and the universe. Life refers to ourselves. Universe refers to our living environment. It would be incorrect to treat the teachings as an abstract learning that had really nothing to do with us, nothing to do with how we act in our daily lives. Every word in the sutra closely relates to our daily living. Buddhism teaches us to live in harmony with the true reality of life and the universe. In other words, we live perfect, wonderful lives similar to those of perfectly enlightened beings and enlightened sentient beings. This is true, ultimate, and the perfect Mahayana teaching. To practice Buddhism, we start by being filial and respectful towards parents, teachers, and elders, having the great, compassionate mind, nurturing our thinking and thus our wisdom, and broadening our minds so that we care for all sentient beings. Although in sequence, these can be practiced simultaneously as each encompasses the others. For example, being filial includes compassion and wisdom. Nurturing wisdom includes filial piety and logic. Once we have a general understanding of the teachings, how do we apply them in our daily lives? First, we need to know what each Buddha and Bodhisattva represent. If we do not, Buddhism will be reduced to mere superstition. All Buddhist sutras contain these values, characteristics, and ways of practice. Therefore, learning only one sutra is sufficient. However, we need to understand and apply the teachings effectively in everything we do. We will better understand the teachings when we enter a way place where the fact that Buddhism is an education is understood. First, we will see a container of water on the Buddha table. The clear water symbolizes the principle that our minds need to be as pure as the water, to be void of greed, anger, and ignorance. It is calm, without a single ripple, indicating that we relate to other people and situations with a serene, non-discriminatory mind of equality. Also, it is pure and calm, reflecting clearly and thoroughly, just as we would see everything around us in a mirror. Next, we will see offerings of flowers. These symbolize the cause, as the blossoms result in the bearing of fruit, which we will also often see on the table. Together, the flowers and the fruit remind us that there are consequences to our every thought, word, and deed. Lamps and candles symbolize wisdom and brightness, illuminating the darkness of ignorance, of delusion. The images of lotuses symbolize transcending the 10 realms of existence. First, it rises through the mud at the bottom of the pond, which symbolizes the 6 realms of birth and death. Next, the lotus flower rises through the water, which symbolizes the 4 sage realms. Finally, the lotus flower completely breaks through the surface of the water, completely transcending all 10 realms, reaching the one true Dharma realm, the stage of ultimate enlightenment. Thus, the lotus flower teaches us that although we do live in this world, we should not be polluted by our surroundings. The lotus flower above the water symbolizes that one day all beings, from those in the hell realms to those who are bodhisattvas, will all have perfect wisdom, perfect compassion. The Buddha realm exceeds the 10 realms, and to become a Buddha is the ultimate goal of our teaching. So when we see the lotus flower, we are reminded to practice the teachings as well as to transcend the 10 realms of existence. Usually, in the main hall of that way place, there are statues of one Buddha, and on either side of him 2 bodhisattvas. The Buddha represents our self-nature, our original nature. The bodhisattvas represent the virtuous abilities that are within the self-nature, the qualities of understanding and practice. If the Buddha in the middle is Buddha Shakyamuni, then the 2 figures on either side of him will be Manjusri Bodhisattva and Universal Worthy Bodhisattva. They represent wisdom and application, respectively. Thus, understanding and practice are combined into one. If the